I don't get it. Like, I seriously don't get it. When are you people going to learn that I love a movie because it's a movie? And if you take that away, I won't like it as much. But hey, GoldenEye 007 did well, right? Well, I can't say the same for this fuck heap. What can I say about A Bug's Life? Well, it's not the best Pixar movie of all time, but it was still a great film. It told the story of an outcast ant named Flick who just wanted to fit in with the rest of his colony. The entire ant colony is forced to harvest food for the grasshoppers, but Flick knocks over the offering stone and the ants are forced to harvest twice as much food for the grasshoppers before fall. Flick then finds a bunch of circus bugs who mistaken Flick for a talent agent while Flick mistakes the circus bugs for warriors. Even though they find out the truth, they still continue to pretend to be warrior bugs to help fight off the grasshoppers. It was a wonderful film, but of course, somebody just had to step in and make a video game off of it because of reasons. I don't know how exactly you can take a movie like this and turn it into a game, but they sure tried. And you want to know what the end result was? A piece of shit game based on an amazing animated film. After all, A Bug's Life was one of my childhood favorites, but this game is one of my childhood scars. You know what? Let's just talk about this so I can get out of here and wash my ass.
The very first problem I noticed was when I started up the game and saw how utterly shit the cutscenes were. They were literally taken from the movie, but they look like complete garbage. I mean, seriously, who would want to watch clips of a movie on a PlayStation 1 disc? I've seen motion clips on PS1 games that looked way better than this. Even the VHS version of A Bug's Life looked better. But here's the thing, that's the least of our problems. We haven't even started the game yet and I'm already bitching. What else is new? So anyway, I start the game up by loading up the training level and oh my fucking god. Seriously? What the hell is up with these graphics? I know what you may be thinking, it's just a PS1 game. I would accept that excuse, but Gran Turismo came out earlier that year in 1998 and that looked great. Sure, it's a different game, but it definitely looked better than this pile of pig vomit. You want a better comparison? Crash Bandicoot. No, I don't mean the second game or the third game, both of which came out before A Bug's Life. No, I mean the original. That game came out all the way back in 1996 and was one of the most graphically beautiful games on the PlayStation 1. How did the developers fuck this up so bad? What's ironic is that the developers of this game was Traveler's Tales, the same company that would go on to develop Crash Twinsanity. Wow. They also had a license to make video games based on the Pixar films such as Toy Story and Finding Nemo. And those games were actually pretty good. So you would think that this game wouldn't be so bad, but no. That would be like if you met someone who seemed friendly only to find out that he's a mentally handicapped bum. Just like how a decent developer like Traveler's Tales are responsible for one of the worst PS1 games I ever played. Now anyway, immediately as I start playing, I notice how slippery and awful the controls feel. I don't know what it is, but Flick keeps slipping all over the place. And if that's not enough, the tutorial doesn't explain what the buttons do. For example, in this sequence, I'm trying to figure out how to change the seed from a mushroom seed to a plant seed, but the fucking guy doesn't tell you that triangle is the seed button. He just goes the whole time telling you, press the seed button, as if you already know what the button is.
You can change its color by pressing your seed color button.
Like seriously, what kind of bullshit is that? He should have just said, press the triangle button to change seeds. That would have been more helpful than the press the seed button bullshit. As you can see, it's a platform game, or at least it tries to be. In order to complete a level, you have to find an exit. You either have to complete a goal or lack thereof, because I never noticed any goals, or defeat a boss. The only thing Flick can do is throw berries at enemies. He starts off with weaker berries that are red colored. Some enemies are resilient to the red colored berries, so what you have to do is find stronger berries that are either blue or green. These berries are ridiculously easy to use because some of them home in on your enemies, so in a way it does work, but that's not saying much. There's also a lot of enemies that constantly respawn, which is annoying. I mean, what the fuck is this, Mega Man? To alleviate this problem, you have to use the gold berries to permanently kill an enemy. Flick's jumping is fucking horrible. He can barely jump even if he's bouncing on a mushroom. That's pathetic. Even if you hold the jump button down, it doesn't do you any good. I mean, Jesus Christ, do these people even know how to program a proper platforming game? Evidently not. Back to what I was saying. There's 3 types of seeds to use. You have the mushroom plant, a leaf plant, and a carrot plant. Or at least I think it is. I don't know. These plants can aid Flick's adventure to some degree, but that's about it. So here's the first level. The main goal was to get inside the anthole and you have to follow Dot. Why? That never even happened in the movie. In fact, a lot of these levels barely follow the movie anyway. So after you complete it, you go to level 2 where you have to get to the council chambers, which again never happened in the film until after the grasshoppers left the anthole. This level is like a maze. You're never sure where to go, and to make things even worse, there's no map screen. Also, the camera is a dick sucker. You can't control the camera at your own pace. It only turns when you are turned in a certain direction, and it always takes so fucking long to turn around. It's almost as bad as the camera in Perfect Weapon. Why program a camera that you can't control? This is a 3D platformer. You need to control the camera. I mean, seriously, what were they thinking when they coded this shit?
Progress. Oh,
well, that's fair. Rather than being a walkway, it's a beginner's trap. How's that even fair? And you know what I fucking hate? Flick. He always talks no matter what you do. When you shoot berries, get hit, etc., he always feels the need to talk.
These berries don't work. These berries don't work.
God, shut the fuck up.
This is what complete matter. These berries don't work. These berries don't work.
Flick was not this annoying in the movie. He's actually even more annoying in the game. Even Bubsy was not this annoying. Flick put Bubsy to fucking shame. God, as if this game already isn't torturous enough. Another thing annoying about this stage is how later on, rocks will start falling over and grasshoppers will appear out of nowhere, getting an instant hit on you. It doesn't give you enough time to react. Ugh! Piece of shit! Now on to level 3. You have to fight Thumper and defend Dot. Again, it never happened in the movie, and when it did happen, it was at the end of the film, and even then, Flick got his ass kicked by Thumper. This is where I had to mention that this boss fight is pathetically easy. All you gotta do is power up your berries by getting the blueberries and throw it at him constantly. He never tries to fight back, just keep throwing until he dies. The worst part? All the boss fights in this game are functioned exactly like this. Talk about piss poor lack of enemy artificial intelligence. Alright, level 4. It's based on the scene in the movie where Flick rides on a dandelion into the riverbed canyon. At least this game has moments that are based on what happened in the movie. Also, the mother bird appears even though she first appeared when Flick and the circus bugs went near her nest in the film. You don't want to piss this lady off. If you fall to the ground, even on the dandelion, she will kill you. The object is to glide your way through the canyon and past the thorn plants. That's all you do. Okay, now here's where I'm about to lose my shit. Level 5. Fuck this maze. Seriously, it is the worst goddamn level in the whole game. A maze is supposed to be challenging, not fucking impossible. I often try to use the scope to see where to go, but without a map screen, it makes it virtually impossible to keep track of where I'm going. This is one of those where the fuck do I go kind of levels. The first thing I did was go in every single direction I had access to. I know that I can move the seeds from point A to point B. There's one particular area you have to jump over that's in the east of the maze, so I carry a seed over to grow into a leaf plant. Now obviously, my leaf is too short, so I tried it again. It doesn't work. Now I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I went everywhere around the level to search for whatever it was I missed. I spent almost 20 fucking minutes looking for something to make my plant grow bigger. So I watched an online playthrough from somebody and found out that you're supposed to plant the seed down near the jump and backtrack for the leaf coin, which makes the plant grow bigger. How the fuck was I supposed to know to do that? And why is it necessary to backtrack in a platforming game? Imagine playing Crash Bandicoot and before you can advance to another level, you have to backtrack and get a certain amount of Aku Aku crates before you can advance. Why the fuck does everything have to be so cryptic? Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because the developers are fucking assholes! Ugh, God damn it, I died! Now it's playing a scene from the movie where Hopper takes over the ant colony as the game over screen. I'd rather be watching the film right now than to play this game. Alright, let's continue. Are you shitting me? After you lose all your lives, there are no continues, and instead of starting the level all over again, you have to start from the beginning of the game.
I'll be right back. What kind of game says you back to the beginning of the whole game? Does the punishment even fit the crime? Oh my god, I'm not even doing this for the camera. I'm like legit pissed off. Pissed the fuck off. Man, this game is so bad that even cockroaches won't go near it. Man, Jesus, tactics and Christ.
Now I know what you might say, well there's a save low feature, which sounds kinda nice, but when you reload the game, your lives are at 0 instead of resetting to 5! What the fuck? That is bullshit! How is any kid supposed to beat this game under these shitty rules that even Dr. Evil will look at it and go, damn, that's some shit! So I had to load from the last point I saved and fight Thumper all over again to get back to level 5. Alright, I made it back. Now that I know what to do this time, it shouldn't be too bad. So, I make it to the other side, and now... what do? Again! The maze gives no hints where to go next! I hate this fucking level! Fuck! You know what? I'm done. I don't give a shit about the rest of the game anymore. I'm not even in character anymore. I'm legit frustrated. I'd rather staple my ball sack to a lava lamp than to play this fuck shit. It's a sorry excuse for a game that's a disturbing, disgusting, massive orgy of indecency. No mortal being should ever have to confine themselves to play a shitty game based on an incredible movie. Bottom line, the game sucks. Good night.